Bonjour, this is book 1, Primary Functions of Human Language. 5 key roles that are explained about human language. Language is one of the most powerful and unique tools that a human possesses. It allows us not only to communicate but also to express emotions, influence others, maintain social relationships, and even talk about language itself. Linguists, experts who study language scientifically, have defined several important functions or roles that language performs in everyday life. Understanding these functions helps us see how language shapes our thoughts, interactions, and society. In this explanation, we will explore the 5 main functions of human language: communicative, expressive, communicative, that is informative function; expressive or emotional function; directive or command or request function; phatic, that is social or relational function; meta linguistic, that is language about language function. So each plays a vital role in how we use language in different situations. Communicative function, informative function. The communicative function is the most fundamental and widespread use of language. When we speak or write to share information, give facts, or explain ideas, we are using language for communication. Examples: the earth orbits the sun once every year. Our meeting is scheduled for 3 p.m. tomorrow. The nearest hospital is 2 kilometers away. These statements focus on transmitting knowledge on factual information rather than expressing feelings or giving commands. So, Mrs. Patel, a science teacher, explains to her class water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. She is clearly sharing scientific facts that help students understand the natural world. Here, language's role is to communicate clear and reliable information. Even outside classrooms, the communicative function is everywhere, from weather forecast telling us about tomorrow's rain to instructions on how to assemble furniture to signs saying exit or no parking. This function is essential because it allows societies to share knowledge, pass traditions, and coordinate activities efficiently. So the second function, that is expressive function or emotional function. Language is not only for facts but also a tool to express personal feelings and emotions. This function allows us to communicate happiness, anger, fear, excitement, sadness, and a wide range of emotions. Examples: I'm so excited about the trip. That news really upset me. I love spending time with my family. Here, language is a window into our internal emotional world rather than a means to inform or instruct. Rahul receives a surprise birthday party from his friends. Overwhelmed, he says, "This is the best day ever." He is expressing his joy and gratitude. The words reflect his feelings, and listeners understand how he feels inside. So, children's cries or laughter are also examples of expressive language in its earliest form. Saying "I'm scared" during a storm or "I'm happy" after winning a game uses language to share emotions with others, helping us connect on a deeper level. So, 1 is information, 2 is emotion. Now we are going to another function, that is command or request, that is directive function. Sometimes we use language to influence others' behavior. The directive function covers orders, requests, suggestions, advice, or commands. This function helps us get things done through language. Please close the door. Don't forget to call me later. Can you help me carry this box? These sentences are not about sharing facts or feelings, but about prompting an action or response. So during halftime, Coach Hernandez tells the players, focus on defense and pass the ball quickly. He is directing their actions to improve the team's performance. His speech guides their behavior on the field. This function is everywhere. Parents telling children to do their homework, managers assigning tasks, or friends asking favors. The directive function of language is essential for cooperation and social order. So 1 is just statements, 2 is emotional feelings, how you're feeling inside, 3 is order or imperative speech, asking for favors, phatic function, that is social or rational. So not all language is about facts, feelings, or commands. Sometimes we speak simply to maintain social bonds, or to be polite. This is called the fatigue function, often involving small talk or greetings. Hi, how have you been? Lovely weather today, isn't it? Nice to see you again. Fatigue communication might seem trivial, but it plays a crucial role in social life. It helps people feel connected, comfortable, and respected. Anna and Mark meet at the coffee shop. Anna says, "It looks like it's going to rain soon." Mark replies, "Yes, I better grab an umbrella." Their conversation isn't about facts, feelings, but about showing friendliness and engaging politely. In many cultures, greetings, farewells, small talk are important rituals that keep relationships healthy. Without fatigue communication, social interactions would feel cold and distant. So we have fatigue interactions. That is number 4. 4 for fatigue. 5. Metalinguistic function. Language about language. The metalinguistic function happens when we use language to talk about language itself. This includes explaining grammar, asking about word meanings, spelling, or pronunciation. Examples: what does onomatopoeia mean? How do you pronounce quinoa? Is run a verb or a noun here? This function is especially important in education and language learning because it allows us to reflect on and understand the system of language. In English class, Maria asks, "Why do we say I'm going but not I going?" Her teacher explains the rule in using auxiliary verbs. This is the metalinguistic discussion talking about how language works. So questions about the language itself, grammatical questions, and discussion about the language itself is metalinguistic. So people use this function when reading dictionaries, studying languages, or clarifying meaning in conversations. It helps build clearer communication by focusing on language itself. So what exactly is the conclusion? Language is not just a tool for talking. It's a multifunctional system that performs many vital roles in human life. The 5 primary functions are communicative, expressive, directive, fatigue, metalinguistic. Each serve different purposes: sharing knowledge and information, expressing emotions and attitudes, influencing others' behavior, meaning social connections, and reflecting on language itself. These functions appear naturally in our daily conversations, teaching moments, social greetings, and even language learning. Understanding these roles help us appreciate the richness of language and its central place in human culture and society. So, memory tip, that is to remember these 5 functions. Use this fun phrase: clever elephants dance perfectly at midnight. Clever is communicative, E is elephants expressive, dance is directive, P fatigue is perfectly, midnight is metalinguistic.